Hi viewers, in this video we will learn about the reciprocity and Millman's theorem. Let's see the reciprocity theorem. Reciprocity theorem states that in a linear bilateral circuit, a voltage source in a branch gives the current in another branch. The ratio of voltage to current remains constant when the position of voltage and current are interchanged. This circuit is the example of this reciprocity theorem. If we interchange this voltage and current, we got the same voltage to current ratio. Reciprocity theorems are used in analyzing electrical network and antenna system. Next one is Millman's theorem. Millman's theorem states that when a number of voltage sources are in parallel having internal resistors can replaced by a single equivalent voltage source in series with an equivalent series resistance. Here this is the example circuit diagram. Here voltages, parallel voltages are having series resistance. Here this circuit we can replace by the single voltage source series with a single internal resistance. In this Millman's theorem, the single voltage can be calculated by using this equation. Here, consider this circuit is having 3 resistors and then 3 voltage means we can calculate the single voltage by using this equation. V equal to V1 G1 plus V2 G2 plus V3 G3 divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3. Here G1 represents the conductance of the resistance R1. Conductance means reciprocal of the resistance. Here G1 which is equal to 1 divided by R1. G2 equal to 1 divided by R2. G3 equal to 1 divided by R3. Next here divided by, we know that G1, G2, G3 are the conductance reciprocal of the resistance. Next the equivalent resistance can be calculated by R equal to 1 divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3. Millman's theorem is used to compute the voltage at the ends of a circuit made up of only branches in parallel and also used in solving networks having an unbalanced bridge circuit. Let's see the first problem. Analysis the circuit using reciprocity theorem. We know that reciprocity theorem, if we interchange the voltage and current, the voltage to current ratio remains same. For that first we have to calculate the current. Here in this problem initially they given the direction of this current. We can use the mesh method to find the current. Here this is the voltage. We have to find the current in the opposite. Here we have to find the current. For that we have to find the current I3 alone using mesh method. Here it is having 3 loop I1, I2, I3. We have to create 3 cross 3 matrix. First we have to fill the diagonal elements. We know that this place is A11. To find A11 we have to consider the first loop. Here first loop resistor. Sum all the first loop resistor value. Here 9 plus 2 plus 4 equal to 15. Next this place is A22. Consider the second loop. Then add all the resistor. 8 plus 7 plus 2 plus 6. The value is 23. This place is A33. Consider the third loop resistor. 3 plus 7 plus 9 equal to 19. Next this place is A12 between 1 and 2. Here this is 1, this is 2. Between 1 and 2 the value is 2. Here we have to put minus because see this direction I1 direction is this direction this way. Here in this I2 is in this opposite direction. Both the directions are opposite. We have to put minus. Then this place is A13 between 1 and 3. Between 1 and 3 the value is 9 minus 9 because this I3 is upward direction. This I1 is downward direction. Both the directions are different. We can put minus. Similarly here this place is A21 between 2 and 1. We know that minus 2. Then this place is A23 between 2 and 3 the value is -7. This place is A31 3 and 1 between 3 and 1 -9. This place is A32 between 3 and 2 the value is -7. Then the currents are I1, I2, I3. Next we have to fill the voltage. Voltage here in this first loop it is having voltage. Here this arrow meets this negative sign. This arrow meets this anti-clockwise direction, meets this negative sign. We can put positive 10. Here there is no voltage, so simply we can put 0. Here there is no voltage, so simply we can put 0. Next we have to calculate delta value. Delta means determinant of this R matrix. I have published a video explaining the steps to solve the matrix equations using scientific calculator. The link for the same has been given in the description. Otherwise, we can calculate the delta by manual calculation. Delta value, we got the answer 3629. Next, we have to find the delta I3 because we have to calculate the I3 alone. I3 by Cramer's rule, I3 equal to delta I3 divided by delta. For that, we have to calculate the delta I3. Delta I3, we have to just replace the third column by this voltage value. Just we have to replace the third column by this voltage value. Then we have to find the delta I3. We got the answer 2210. Just substitute the value in this equation. We got the answer 0.61 ampere. Now we have to calculate the voltage to current ratio. Voltage value in the problem they given voltage value is 10 divided by I3 value opposite branch current value is 0.61 which is equal to we got the answer 16.39 ohm. Next we have to interchange this voltage. Interchange this voltage in this place and then current is this first loop. So our circuit will be this one. Here the voltage is interchanged and the current we have to calculate the I1. We can use mesh method to find the current I1. Here we didn't change the resistance, only we have changed the voltage alone. The resistor matrix is same, I1, I2, I3 also same. Only the difference is in this voltage. Here I1 there is no voltage, we can put 0. This I2 there is no voltage, we can put 0. But in this I3 here it is having 10 volt. This arrow meets this positive, we can put minus 10. Next we have to calculate the delta determinant, the same value. Here we got 3629. Next we have to find the delta I1 because we have interchanged the voltage and then opposite branch we have to find the current. Here I1 we have to calculate. For that we have to find the delta I1. Delta I1 replace the first column by this voltage value. Here this is the matrix, we got the answer minus 2210. Here by Cramer's rule I1 equal to delta I1 divided by delta, just substitute the value. We got the answer minus 0.61A. Here this minus represents the current flow direction is opposite. Here we took the direction is on anti-clockwise. This minus represents we have to change the direction of this current flow. For that we have to take the current I1 value was 0.61 ampere. Next we have to find the voltage to current ratio. Voltage value we know that 10 divided by current value is 0.61. We got the answer 16.39. We have to compare this one equation 1 and equation 2 value. Equation 2 value is 16.39. Equation 1 value also same 16.39. Both the values are equal. Hence prove this reciprocity theorem. Next problem, analysis the circuit using reciprocity theorem. Here first we have to find the current flow in through this second loop. Because in the first loop we are having the voltage, opposite we have to find the current. Using mesh method we can find the current. It is having two loops. First we have to mark. It should be in the clockwise direction. This is I1, this is I2. It is having two loops. We have to create the 2 cross 2 matrix. First we have to fill the diagonal elements. We know that this place is A11. A11 we have to add the first loop resistance. 6 plus 7 equal to 13. Next place is A22. A22 is second loop resistor. 7 plus 8 equal to 15. Next element is A12. Between 1 and 2 the value is minus 7. Both the currents are in opposite. This will be in the downward direction. This will be in the upward direction. Both are opposite. We can put minus 7. This place is 21. A21. A21 value is also minus 7. Next the currents are I1, I2. Next voltage value. Voltage, first loop is having voltage. This arrow, current arrow means this negative. We can put plus 10, opposite sign plus 10. Here there is no voltage. We can put 0. First we have to find the delta, determinant of this R matrix. The value is 146. Next we have to find the delta I2 because we have to find the second loop current. For that we have to calculate the delta I2. Just interchange the second column by this voltage value. This is the matrix. Here we have to find the determinant delta I2 equal to, we got the answer 70. Just substitute the value in this Cramer's rule. I2 equal to delta I2 divided by delta. We got the answer 0.48 ampere. Next, in this reciprocity theorem, we have to find the voltage to current ratio. The voltage value is 10 and then we found the value, current value is 0.48. Just substitute the value, we got the answer 20.83 ohm. Next, we have to interchange the voltage. In this voltage, we have to interchange it to by here a second loop and then we have to find the current in the first loop. After interchanging the voltage and current, our circuit will be this. Here voltage and then we have to find the current in this first loop. Using mesh method, we can find the current. Here the resistance matrix is same, current also same, only the difference is in this voltage. Here in the first loop there is no voltage source, we can put 0. In the second loop this arrow means this positive, we can put minus 10. Delta value is same. Next we have to find the delta I1 because in the first loop current only we have to calculate. Delta I1 we have to just interchange the first column by this voltage value. So matrix will be this one. Here we got the answer delta I1 equal to minus 70. By Cramer's rule, I1 equal to delta I1 divided by delta. Just substitute the value. We got the answer minus 0.48 ampere. Here this minus represents the current flow direction. We have to change the direction. We can take the plus value. I1 equal to 0.48 ampere. Next we have to find the voltage to current ratio. V divided by I1, we got the answer 20.83. Comparing 1 and 2, we got the same answer. Hence prove the reciprocity theorem. Next problem, verify reciprocity theorem for the circuit shown in figure. Here in this problem, we have to find V by I. Here we know the current but we don't know the voltage. For that, first we have to find the voltage across this 30 ohm resistor. By Ohm's law, we know that V equal to I into R. We know this R value is 30 ohm but we don't know the current flowing through this 30 ohm resistor. For that, we can find the I1 current. If the circuit is having total current, we have to find one particular current means we can use the current division rule. Why I am finding this I1 means we need voltage value. For that we have to find the current flowing through this 30 ohm resistor because Ohm's law V equal to I into R. This circuit is having total current. We can use the current division rule. We know that current division rule I1 equal to total current. Total current is 10 ampere into opposite resistance. Current division rule is total current into opposite resistance. This current we have to calculate. Opposite resistance is 20 divided by sum of the resistance 20 plus 30, sum of the resistance. Here we no need to take this 10 ohm resistor because the total current is flowing through this resistor. These two are series, the same current only flowing through this resistor. For that we no need to take this 10 ohm resistor. We have to take only these two resistor. Sum of the resistor 20 plus 30. We got the answer 4 ampere. Next we have to find the voltage. V equal to I into R. I1 into R value is 30. We got the answer 120. Now we know the value of voltage, value is 120 and the current also. Just we have to find the voltage to current ratio V by I. We got the answer 12 ohm. This is equation 1. Next we have to interchange the current in this place and then voltage in the first loop. So circuit will be this one. Interchange the current in the last and then voltage in the first. Next, here also we know the current but we don't know the voltage. For that we can use the current division rule. In this voltage, this is open. Open means we have to calculate the voltage across. The current flowing through this also 0. We have to find the voltage across this 20 ohm resistor. By Ohm's law, V equal to I into R. We know the resistor allowed. We don't know the current. For that, we have to use the current division rule. I equal to I2 equal to total current. Total current is 10 into opposite resistance. Opposite resistance, we have to find the current in this 20. Opposite resistance is 30. 30 divided by sum of the resistance 20 plus 30. Here no need to take this 10 ohm because this is open. The current flowing through this 10 ohm is 0. No need to take this 10 ohm. Our answer will be 6 ampere. We have to find the voltage. V equal to I1 into this resistor value is 20. I1 into 20 equal to 6 into 20 equal to, we got the answer 120 volt. Next we have to find the voltage to current ratio. We know the voltage value 120 and then current value is 10 ampere. Just substitute the value, we got the same answer 12 ohm. From 1 and 2, V by I equal to V by I. Hence prove the reciprocity theorem. Next problem, calculate the current through 5 ohm resistor using Millman's theorem. We know that Millman's theorem, this parallel voltage we can convert into single voltage by using this equation. First in this circuit, first loop it is having two resistors. These two resistors are connected in series. We can just add these two internal resistors. This is the internal resistors of this 20 volt. These two are connected in series. Just we know that series means just add the two resistor values. 40 plus 30 equal to 70. This is the first one. Next element 20 and then here it is having two voltages. Here this will be positive, both the direction, current flow direction. Here this voltage is having upside positive, downside negative, means we can put the direction as upward direction. Here also the current flow direction is upward direction. We can, both the voltages are same, we can add the two voltages. 8 plus 4 equal to 12 volt. Here it is having only one voltage and then only one resistance. This is the load resistance. First we have to convert these three voltage into single voltage using Millman's theorem equation. V equal to, it is having three voltages. We can use V1 G1 plus V2 G2 plus V3 G3 divided by G1 plus G2 plus G3. Here we know that G is the conductance, reciprocal of the resistance, 1 divided by 70. G2 equal to 1 divided by 20. G3 equal to 1 divided by 1 divided by 20. Just substitute the value, we got the answer 12.158 volt. Next, we have to calculate the equivalent R resistance. We know that Millman's theorem, R equal to 1 by G1 plus 1 by G2 plus 1 by G3. Just substitute the value. We got the answer 8.75 ohm. Next, we have to redraw the circuit. The circuit is having single voltage and single resistance. Next, this is the load resistance. We have to draw these three in series connection. Here we have to find the current I equal to Ohm's law V by R. Voltage value is 12.158 and the resistance value is, it is having two resistors are connected in series. We can add the two resistors. Then our answer will be 0.884 ampere. Next problem, calculate the current I shown in figure using Millman's theorem. First, we have to find the voltage. It is this circuit is having two loops. Here one voltage series with the resistance. Here also one voltage series with the resistance. We know that using Millman's theorem, first we have to calculate the voltage using this equation. V equal to V1 G1 plus V2 G2 divided by G1 plus G2. G2 is G1, G2 is the transconductance. Transconductance means reciprocal of the resistance. G1 means 1 by R1. G2 means 1 by R2. Just substitute the value and then we got the answer 12.86 volt. Next, we have to calculate the R value. R value, we know the equation R equal to 1 divided by G1 plus G2. Just substitute the value. We got the answer 1.43 ohm. Next, we have to draw the equivalent circuit. This is V voltage and then this is R value. V value is, we found the value 12.86. Initially, we found the value 12.86 voltage and then R value is 1.43 ohm. Here 3 ohm. Here we have to calculate the current by Ohm's law I equal to V by R. Just substitute the voltage value divided by R value. Here this is 1.43 plus this 3 ohm. We got the answer 4.43. Just substitute the value. We got the answer 2.9 ampere. Thank you. To get the notification for my next video, please subscribe and click on bell icon. Thank you.